Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well and safe. I am your teacher, Antura Rehman, Bangladesh and Global Studies, Milestone School and College. Today I am here to take your online class on a very important chapter, that is chapter number 12, Bangladesh in World Politics. But before starting the main lecture, I want to show you a short video that is related to this chapter. So let's see this. My dear students, I hope already you have understood that what we are going to discuss today. Yes, today we are going to discuss about United Nations. So let's start our class. My dear students, today we will discuss chapter number 12, that is Bangladesh in World Politics, and we will study here lesson number 1, that is United Nations. Before going to the main topic, I want to discuss some important difficult words with their meanings. So let's start. Number 1, united means joint or combined. Nation means group or tribe. Politics means statecraft or diplomacy. Brotherhood means fraternity. Cooperation means assistance. Assembly means gathering or meeting. Secretariat means office. Administration means management. Trusteeship means execution. Justice means fairness. Disputes means conflict. Mission means journey. Harmony means peace. Liberty means freedom or independence. Court means tribunal presided over judges. Resolve means settlement. So my dear students, you are all ready to start your topic. So let's go to our next slide. So everyone, please open page number 92 of your book. We will start at first the definition of United Nations. So what is United Nations? The United Nations, also called the UN, is an association of independent countries that agree to work together through brotherhood and cooperation. It establishes international peace and security by maintaining a friendly relations among nations. It is also called the UN in short. So what is United Nation? United Nation is an association that establishes international peace and brotherhood among its member states. We also call United Nations as UN in short. So when it was established, It was established on 24th October 1945. That's why United Nations Day is celebrated on 24th October each year. Bangladesh joined United Nations on 17th September 1974, and the current member states of United Nations is 193. We are one of them. So in the below you can see the logo of United Nations. So have a look. My dear students, now let's discuss the reasons and purposes of forming the United Nations. United Nations has been formed on the basis of some important reasons and purposes. So what are those? Number one, to maintain international peace and security. It means that United Nations maintains international peace and security among its member countries. Number two, to develop friendly relations among nations. It means that United Nations develops a friendly relations among its member nations. Number three, to achieve international cooperation in solving problems related to economic, social, cultural and human nature. It means that problems can be arised due to various economic, social, cultural and human nature, and United Nations solves those problems related to economic, social, cultural and human nature. Number four, to be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations. We all know that every country has its own actions or tasks, and United Nations acts as a center for harmonizing those actions. And last of all, to show respect on liberty and fundamental rights irrespective of our nation, religion and caste. It means that whatever our nation is, whatever our religion is, or whatever our caste is, United Nations show respect on liberty and fundamental rights irrespective of these. My dear students, have you got all the points? I hope you have got. Okay, my dear students, so let's start the next topic. Here we will discuss the administrative branches of United Nations. In the picture you can see the 6 administrative branches of United Nations. So what are those? Number 1, International Court of Justice. Number 2, General Assembly. Number 3, Secretariat. Number 4, Trusteeship Council. Number 5, Security Council. And last of all, Economic and Social Council. Now we will discuss the functions of these administrative branches. We will start with General Assembly. So what is General Assembly? What are the functions of General Assembly? In General Assembly, member nations meet to discuss and cast votes. Its session is held once in a year. A president is elected each year. In 1986, it was Mr. Humayun Rashid Chowdhury of Bangladesh. It means that in General Assembly, member countries sits together and casts vote. Its session held in once in a year. It means that in every year, General Assembly will be one. A president is elected each year, and in 1986 from Bangladesh, it was Mr. Humayun Rashid Chowdhury. In the picture below, you can see a General Assembly is going on. My dear students, can you recognize this man? Yes, he is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, our great leader. He, as the first Bengali leader, addressed the United Nations General Assembly in Bangla on 25th September 1974. These photos are taken from there. Have a look. Now we will discuss the second administrative branch of United Nations, that is Secretariat. We have already learned what is meant by Secretariat. Can you recall that? Yes, Secretariat means head office or office. The Secretariat of United Nations is situated in New York, United States. In the picture below you can see that it handles the administration. So what is the function of Secretariat? Yes, the function of Secretariat is to handle the administration. The Secretary General is currently Antonio Guterres of Portugal. You can see a picture of him below. Now the third administrative branch, that is Trusteeship Council. It is no longer meets now. Its purpose was to help new nations to gain independence. And in the picture below, you can see the meeting of Trusteeship Council that is going on. Now we will discuss what is Security Council and the functions of it. It is responsible for peacekeeping and defense. There are 5 permanent members. Those are UK, that is United Kingdom, USA, that means United States of America, Russia, China and France. Bangladesh became its member 2 times as a temporary member. Bangladesh has spent its soldiers and police for peacekeeping missions in many countries of the world. So what is Security Council? So Security Council is mainly responsible for peacekeeping and defense. There are 5 permanent members of this Security Council, that are UK, USA, Russia, China and France. And Bangladesh has become 2 times members of this Security Council. Bangladesh has spent its soldiers and police for peacekeeping missions in the United Nations in various countries. So is it clear, my dear students? I hope so. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. Now we will discuss the 5th administrative branch of United Nations, that is Economic and Social Council. So what is this? Economic and Social Council aims to improve economic development and end poverty, illiteracy and unemployment. So what are the functions of Economic and Social Council? So there are 3 functions, that is economic development and end poverty, illiteracy and unemployment eradication. Students, so International Court of Justice is the last and 6th administrative branch of United Nations. In the picture below you can see a photo of this court. So what are the functions of this? It resolves disputes between member countries. So the main task of International Court of Justice is to resolve or is to settle down the disputes between member countries. In 2012, Bangladesh won its case against Myanmar about rights in the Bay of Bengal. So these were the administrative branches of United Nations. I hope all of you have understood very well. So can we move to the next slide? Okay. Now we will discuss the contribution of Bangladesh in United Nations. Bangladesh is a peace-loving country, whereas the United Nations has been founded with a view to maintain international peace and security. That's why the contribution of Bangladesh to the United Nations peacekeeping mission is envious, or we can say that it is very significant. More than 11,000 Bangladeshi soldiers and police are presently deployed in 45 conflict zones in 11 countries of the world. So what are the number of soldiers? It is 11,000. And what are the conflict zones? Number of conflict zones? It is 45 conflict zones in 11 countries of the world. Achievement of an unprecedented success by the Bangladesh troops in African countries has increased the acceptability of Bangladesh in the same countries, for example, across the globe. Bangladesh has obtained her acquaintance as a model for establishing peace and a peace-loving nation across the world. The peacekeeping mission in the United Nations was not so easy. Bangladeshi troops standing in between the armed militant guerrilla tribes in Africa and Asian countries observed the ceasefire and helped to establish peace and harmony there very aptly. 88 soldiers have attained martyrdom to establish world peace. Many of them have been injured. Bangladesh soldiers have proved that they are ready to lay down their lives for peace. My dear students, can you see the flags above? Yes, one flag is for the United Nations and another flag is for Bangladesh, that is our own flag. So it resembles the contribution of Bangladesh in the United Nations. It resembles the harmony between the Bangladesh and United Nations. My dear students, these are some photos regarding the Bangladeshi soldiers in the United Nations peacekeeping mission. In these pictures, you can see our Bangladeshi soldiers are participating in different activities in the United Nations peacekeeping mission. Can you see them? Yes, some of our troops are going for a mission. Some are providing medical services to sick people. Also, you can see our women soldiers are ready with their weapons during the duty time of the mission. We feel very proud of them. Do you feel the same? Yes, you should. My dear students, we have already discussed the main topic of this chapter, lesson number 1. Now let's do some book works. So all of you open page number 93 of your book. There are 4 activities. Number A, speaking activity. Number B, writing activity. Number C, extension activity. And number D, completion of sentence. Number A, speaking activity. You have to speak the purposes of United Nations that we have already discussed. In writing activity, you have to write the contribution of Bangladesh to the United Nations that we have just discussed. In the extension activity, you have to discuss the celebration of United Nations Day on 24th October. And in the completion of sentence, I have already completed the sentence. Have a look. The role of the United Nations in the world is mainly to, what will be? Maintain international peace and security. Have you all done? Okay, so let's go to the next topic. So our next topic is various short questions and creative broad questions from this lesson 1. These questions are very much important for your PSC examination. Have a look. So there are 2 short questions from this lesson. Number 1, what is United Nation? Can you recall? And write down the names of administrative branches of United Nations. My dear students, I have discussed these 2 questions. So I hope all of you will be able to write this. Now creative broad questions, that is CBQ. There are 3 creative broad questions. Number 1, discuss the reasons and purposes of forming the United Nations. We have already discussed that there are 5 reasons, or we can say that 5 purposes of forming the United Nations. Question number 2, that is describe the functions of administrative branches of United Nations. We have already discussed the functions of 6 administrative branches of United Nations. And number 3, discuss about the contribution of Bangladesh in United Nations. We also discussed this. So all of you, my dear students, now open your copy and do this task. There are 5 short questions. You have to write this in your copy and submit to your teacher. Question number A, when United Nations was formed? Question number B, what is done by General Assembly? Question number C, which day is observed as United Nations Day? Question number D, when did Bangladesh get the membership of United Nations? And question number E, who is the present Secretary General of United Nations? My dear students, now comes to the homework. This is your homework, homework number 16. There are 2 segments, one is learning and one is writing. In the learning section, you will have to read the CBQ and short question answer of page 92 to 93. And in the writing part, you have 1 creative broad question and 5 short question. In creative broad question section, you have 1 question, that is, what is United Nations? Why was it formed? And write 4 purposes of United Nations. You will get the answer from this lecture, and also you can get this from page number 93 of your book. And then there are 5 short question answer. Number 1, write the name of administrative branches of United Nations. Number B, name 5 permanent members of United Nations. Number C, what is the main task of International Court of Justice? Number D, which branch handles the administration of United Nations? And number E, when Bangladesh became the President of General Assembly? So my dear students, this is all about our today's online class. So let's summarize the whole class. What we have learned. At first we have learned what is United Nations, and then we have discussed the main purposes or reasons behind the formation of the United Nations. After that we have discussed the 6 administrative branches of United Nations along with their functions. And then we have discussed the contribution of Bangladesh in the United Nations. And you have been given a classwork and a homework, that is classwork and homework number 16. There are several creative dot questions and several short question answers. You have to write and you have to memorize these at your homes. And all the short questions and all the creative dot questions are very much important for your examination, and all the answers are there in today's class. So I hope all of you have understood today's class very well. Thank you. See you all in our next online class. Till then, study hard, stay home, stay safe, and eat healthy diet so that you can protect yourself and your family from the pandemic coronavirus situation. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz, students.